everybody, I'm back finally. So I'm back, of course. I have been dabbling honestly in getting to YouTube. I know I don't have a fancy camera. This is starting off being filmed on my phone, which actually, believe it or not, the Galaxy S8 has a really good camera. So, you know, that might not be a bad idea. And you know, I do have a lot of natural light in my place, so you know, that might not be a bad idea. Anyway, I'm gonna start off by saying welcome to my channel. Yes, I'm gonna start YouTube. I'm finally gonna start my YouTube channel. But yes, welcome back to my channel. My name is Portia, and I love makeup and all things beauty. A little bit about myself. I'm an iron worker by trade in New York City. So I like to say I like to hang off of buildings for fun. But no, really, I do usually work off the side of the building, off the concrete slab. But you know, you can usually, if you look up, you can usually find me somewhere on the edge of the building. And yeah, I've been doing that for 7 years, and you know, it has afforded me the luxury of being able to indulge myself in my love of makeup, because I've always been like that artsy kind of creative type where like I really like love like colors and art and everything. And if you think about it, makeup's really an extension of art. Really, like the face is a blank canvas, and it's up to you to do whatever you want, whether you want to go with like a simple kind of easygoing eye, whether you want to go with something avant-garde, whether you want to go with something more couture. Like, you know, it's all up, like, you know, the mind is a wonderful thing. Like, it's full of creativity. So you know, you can do whatever you want to the face, and makeup allows you to do so much in that regard. Like, it's just like your paint, you know. And with that, let's jump into my channel. So now that you know a little bit about me and the fact that, you know, I love makeup and everything, and I'm an iron worker, so yes, I do a guy's job, but I'm a very girly girl. You know, I'm going to start off this channel by talking about what I have on my eyes. I have literally fallen in love with 2 palettes that I think are just amazing. They're totally out my comfort zone, because anybody who knows me knows that I love my neutrals. And they're both pretty inexpensive. Well, maybe not, because one of them I think goes about the $10 to $15 range. It is a drugstore brand. It's by Sleek, and the other one's by this brand called Carity, which I believe is an indie brand. It's a 21 shade palette that you get for $29. So I mean, they're not terribly expensive. I mean, I have spent more on a shadow palette, or on a palette, the Tom Ford Eye and Cheek palette, which was $155. The Natasha Denona palettes, which I spent like $130 on the Sunset and Lila palette, and $170 on that Star palette, which they are great. But let's just take a minute to absorb the fact that that is a lot of money. So $30 compared to that amount is not expensive. I mean, they are a little bit more expensive than Morphe palettes. You do get less in there than you do in the Morphe palettes, but I do feel like the shadow quality is like is better on the Carity, and you know, I feel like it's more travel friendly. Anyway, before I get into the Carity palette, let's start talking about the Sleek palette. So I actually got this pup in the Duane Reade at in New York City. I do live in New York City. But they had it in a holiday set for $30. So it came with this, it came with the blush palette, and it came with the highlighter palette. It's like their 3 top sellers. And this palette literally has been my like favorite. It's what I use for those deeper, beautiful kind of jewel tone colors I use on the outside of the eye to create this beautiful non-traditional smoky eye with a beautiful purple. You know, non-traditional meaning I'm not using a black or brown or gray. In this palette, as you can see, this palette I think runs about $12 to $15 normally if you're to buy individually. This brand is carried at Ulta as well, and on Walgreens.com. But you do get 12 shades. But the only drawback is, you see the size of these pans. These pans do not have a lot of product. In fact, this whole thing has 9 grams of product, or 0.31 ounces, which isn't, in my opinion, a lot. But I'm feeling that's what makes it so affordable, because you don't get like a ton of product. This is the Vintage Romance, and honestly, when I swatched it, I'm gonna tell you, when I swatched it like, and I swatched, I'm gonna show you. I swatched, you see that pink shade next to the purple? I swatched it, and it has like a little bit of like glitter in it, and I swatched it, and I'm gonna show you the swatch. Can't even get your finger in there for a good swatch, but you see that it just did not have a lot of pigment at all. It was just like, was not a lot of pigment. I mean, all the pigment stayed on my finger. But when I applied on the lids, like this beautiful purple shade, which is that beautiful purple shade right there, one next to the pink, it is just beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. That is just, it's such a gorgeous color. And then I combined it with the blue and the greenish I can't talk shades, and I'm going to tell you, look at that. Look at that. That is just gorgeous. It is so pretty. When you put it next to the eye, it just created this beautiful smoky eye effect. And it's just like, when you started blending everything together and the look came together, it was just wonderful. And honestly, like, at first I was like, what the heck am I gonna do with this? This is just not like a traditional palette. Like, what am I gonna do with this? There aren't any transition shades. That's the drawback. There aren't any transition shades except for one. So it's kind of like, I mean, I do wish they put in like a couple of more, like, kind of like, you know, more neutrally shades just to get in there, you know, because that transition shade ain't gonna show up if you're darker than me. If you're darker than me and I have a summer tan, that is not gonna work for a transition shade. But outside of that, all in all, the quality is great, and like, I absolutely love this. Not to mention, look how sleek it besides it being called sleek, look how sleek and compact this is. Like, it's great. Like, this is like going with me on vacay, no doubts about it. Like, I love it. I really do. Like, I love it. The next palette we're going to talk about is this pop from Carity, which Carity is one of those brands you always see on advertised, like on social media and stuff. I believe they're more of an indie brand, but and like I said, $29 for the 21 shade palette. In that 21 shade palette, you do get, it doesn't even tell you like how much product you get 33.7 grams, 1.18 ounces, which it's not bad, I guess. You know, but, you know, and it is cruelty free. It looks like it is vegan. I don't know. It is cruelty free. You see that? See that? It is cruelty free. And this brand is out of Jersey. You know, but, I was drawn to this because I really don't have a palette that just has all shimmer shades in it, all metallic shades. And this is purposely called the Frost palette. So I do like the fact that they do have this one, Frost. They also have like the Nudes and Rudes, which comes in a 9 pan, 15 pan, and 21 pan. 21 pan is probably going to be your most economical one. The Smoky palette and the Matte palette, and they also have a Unicorn palette and a Peachy palette, which, you know, I might go back and get because like I'm just like blown away by the quality of these shadows. Now this beautiful, if you can see it, see right there, that beautiful metallic right there, which is actually a pinkish shade, plus this inner corner highlight, which somehow some idea it didn't translate the way I wanted to. But this beautiful metallic was actually out of this Carity palette, and I'm telling you, I was just kind of like, I was like, I didn't know what to expect. I mean, granted, they should have put a mirror in here. Look at that. There's no mirror. You should have put a mirror in there. $21. You're getting, it's not like Morphe where you're paying like $23. You're getting 35 shadows. So, you know, of course you're not gonna like put a mirror in there. But you're paying $29 for 21 shadows. Put a doggone mirror in this thing. I mean, who in the world has a time on the plane or when traveling to pull out a handheld mirror to hold this up, you know, and dabble in it? You know, that's the only drawback. You don't have a mirror. Stop kyling us, people. No, put a mirror. Mirrors are cheap. I mean, even if you charge $1 more, mirrors are cheap. Put a mirror in the doggone palette. We need to see what the hell we're doing with the eyes. Anyway, besides that, why I love this, okay? Why I love this is, you see this here? It has such a beautiful arrangement of your neutrals to your deeper smokies to your colorfuls in the middle. So you can add a pop of metallic in for just about any look. You know, I find it to be very versatile. And honestly, I'm going to tell you, I like the fact it does have the names. I'm going to tell you. You see that shade? It's called Bubbly. You know, which reminds me of New Year's Eve. But look at this. Look. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. It's like that pale pink, but it's not like that pale pink where it's like bad 90s. It's like that pale pink where it's like almost like a neutral pale pink, which I really love. And I'm gonna tell you, I normally don't like black. I normally am not a black person. Look at that black. Look at it. Oh my god. It's not obnoxious glitter, but it just has the tiniest bit of glitter reflect in it, and it's just like I live. And I'm gonna tell you, this shade called Janet. Look at that. Look how beautifully reflective it is. So yeah, I mean, it is so creamy. If you can't tell, there we go. If you can't tell, it is pretty creamy. It is very creamy. So yeah, I'm like really impressed by it. And the last swatch I'm gonna do is actually last two swatches I'm starting. It's gonna be of this purple, because purples are notoriously difficult to work with, and of course of this blue. If you notice, I didn't do neutral shades. Neutral shades are neutral shades. You normally, that's hard to fuck up as a neutral shade. But I'm gonna show you. Look at that purple. Look at it. It's not the obnoxious high shine metal. Of course, if you wet this with like a fixing spray, like this would actually be more metallic. But if you want to kind of wear for a subdued look, look at that. That's absolutely gorgeous. And look at that blue. Oh my god, I am living for that blue. I am. It's just so pretty. Like I said, they swatch out gorgeously, you know, and they have a lot of pigment. Look at that. And I barely swatched on it. It was just like a light rub off. A lot of pigment. Look at that. So yeah, anyway, this video has gone on way too long. I just kind of wanted to share with y'all for my first video ever, like what my two like items I am living for, my latest discoveries I am living for are, and they are these two shadow palettes, which definitely take me out my comfort zone, but actually make me so comfortable. You know, these two are great, you know what I mean? Of course, each one's gonna have its drawbacks, like no transition colors and no mirror in the Carity palette. But if you actually look at it, you do get one sleek palette. So if you had both, you probably could use the sleek one as a you probably could use a mirror in the sleek one. I definitely am looking into purchasing more colors from both brands. Like, they are just amazing, and the quality is like really good for the price point. So, you know, I'm like pleasantly surprised, you know, and you know, check them out. You know, this one, the website is sleekmakeup.com, so check them out. They also have them at Walgreens and Ulta, so check them out. Their highlighters are bomb as well. And also check out Carity's website, carity.com. And of course, you know, they always have deals and stuff that you can probably like they just had a 2 for $50. Buy the frost and the matte one, the matching one, different finishes. So yeah, anyway, thank you guys for being here on my first YouTube channel review, and I will see y'all later. Bye.